Hit that like button, man. Yeah, I've been avoiding this conversation for weeks now. I ain't gonna lie. Sad day for Ravens Nation, man. It's been a sad month. Yeah, man. Not even just a sad day, but it's been a sad month. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Going into the season. I know, yo, going into the season, right? I thought it was promising, man. I did. Thought it was promising. You know, I thought it was Super Bowl or bust. It was like, what's up, cuz? I thought it was Super Bowl or bust. I don't know what the fuck to think now. You feel me, Gary? What the fuck going on, man? Shit, man. Like, yo, this shit's crazy, yo. That's what you think it is? Think you lost the locker room? Man, this shit bad. It's bad, yo. Because typically, yo, like if we start off bad, I don't know, man. That's why I had to bring this conversation to the people. I don't know. Sometimes I got the answers. I don't have the answers this time, man. I turned that shit off too, bro. I turned that shit off for like I ain't turned it off for halftime, but I turned it off early in the third. Like I couldn't do it no more. Enough was enough. Felt like I was punishing myself. You feel me? It felt like I was punishing myself watching the game, man. I turned that shit off, man. Start cleaning up and shit. That shit bad, y'all. It's bad. It's real bad. And like I was saying, typically, right? You can kind of pinpoint certain areas of the game and determine like, all right, this is where we struggling at. Yeah, well, we struggling in all phases of the game. Offensively, defensively, special teams, secondary, offensive line, defensive line, cornerbacks, safeties. Like, yo, like, yo, this shit crazy. Like, I don't know what the fuck going on, man. Like, we is struggling in every position. It seems like only person coming to play is Lamar, and he ain't even come to play this week. And the defensive line is terrible. The offensive line is horrendous. Your offensive line is the most important motherfucking positions in the NFL. Yo, you can't do nothing without no good offensive line, man. You can't do shit. Hold on, man. Let me. Oh, y'all. This shit looking bad. Real, real bad. Harbaugh wasn't trying to play my man Keaton Mitchell all fucking season. he said he went for homosexual on the field. Like, yo, you gotta explain that, yo. What you mean, man? How the fuck did they go homosexual on the field, man? Like, I need you to elaborate on that, man. I don't know, yo. I know the game that got soft, it got weak. Yeah, but I just never seen. I don't think I ever seen the Ravens struggle this bad. And we had some bad seasons. Yo, but it's like we not stopping nothing. Yo, in the last two games, yo, they might only had like the opposing team might only had probably 2 punts. Man, hell yeah, man. See the size the Saints looking better than the Ravens right now, man. I ain't gonna lie, yo, that shit horrible, man. We can't stop nothing, yo. Like, yo, literally. I don't think so. I don't know. I never understood that move. I never understood Cooper Rush. And we got what's the comeback? We got Tyler. We got Tyler. Fuck the boy that been backing up Lamar all them years. We got Cho back. Why the fuck he not getting in the game? At least we did win games with y'all. And then the games that we did lose with them, it was close. What's my man name? Snoop. Tyler Huntley. Why the fuck Tyler Huntley ain't back, ain't start? Man, that shit is horrible, yo. Like we can't stop nothing. Like yo, absolutely positively nothing. Like it's like they just doing what they want on. It's like they just doing what they want on us out that bitch. Yo. Going for it last game, they went for it on fourth down. I think one time they was on the 35-yard line. On their 35. They said, man, fuck these niggas. They can't catch a cold. They can't stop nothing. Wait till we play y'all. That's crazy. Fuck around B. Hell, fuck around B, yo. Fuck around B 6-6. 6-6 ties, something like. Damn, yo. Yeah, yo, and I want to hold on to hope. I want to hold on to hope to say, we can turn it around, because the division is struggling. Pittsburgh 3-1. We 1-4. Cleveland 1-4. Cincinnati Raby 2 and fuck they Raby 1-4. Cincinnati Raby 2-3. So it's I want to say yo, we can still pull it together, yo, but I just don't believe it. I would be lying. You know what I mean? Or I would just be
all right. Obviously,
I would just be a fan. You know what I mean? If I was to say, I mean, it's possible. Like I said, I don't know, y'all. I want to say it's possible. Y'all thought we had good draft picks, like all the pundits. You know what I mean? Said that we had, we've been doing. I just don't understand. I don't know if it's scheme. I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator. I don't know if it's the defense coordinator. I don't know if it's the players. I don't know if it's John Harbaugh. I just don't know. I ain't got no answers, yo. I don't know. I know one thing. We looking bad as a motherfucker. Yeah, they was. They was supposed to be good picks. That's what they said. Let's see what this motherfucker got to say for itself.
got beaten every way you get beat. Very disappointed with that. Did not expect to see that. Thought we'd play a lot better than that based on the way we practiced. And hats off to them. They played a really good game, made a bunch of plays, did a great job on first down. We did not. Built a rhythm really throughout the game. We did not. So just a complete disappointment. And we're going to have to find a way to turn it around and figure out who we are this next week and then into the bye and after the bye. We're going to have more than half the season left, and we're going to have to find ourselves. So that's what our aim will be going forward. What questions you have?
John, when you're looking at the game, obviously, like you said, it's a disappointment. How much do you also kind of consider the guys you didn't have here, and the guys?
Man, fuck that. I'm not even giving them that excuse. We look bad with the guys. Like we not doing that, man. That's easy to say. We look bad with the guys, man. We just looking bad. We looked even worse without them. Shit, I ain't gonna. We probably look similar without them. Yeah, he gonna have to.
Yeah, I mean, you have to just look at the tape. I don't think we played well. I thought we would play better. I thought we would tackle better. I thought we would just play our run defense better than we did. It was not up to standard. I mean, we have good enough players out there to play a lot better than we did. And it's just disappointing.
John, you mentioned you thought you practiced well this week. When you don't see that reflected in the performance, what do you do as a coaching staff then when it's not aligning with practice?
Yeah, you have to look at everything. It starts with us as coaches. We've got to figure out how to put the guys in best positions, to make plays and do things right.
Yeah, we're not making no plays. Yeah, we're not getting no sacks. We're not getting no fumbles. We ain't getting no interceptions. We ain't even getting no quarterback hurries. Like, we ain't doing shit. Like, I don't think I ever seen this bad, y'all. We not literally. Just last year, I think that we had a number one scoring defense, and we didn't even lose nobody. We lost Patrick Queen, and people ain't even like Patrick Queen. Yo, we literally didn't lose nobody. Yo, we can't get nothing, yo. No pressures, no hurries, no tip balls. Like, yo, no nothing. Like, it's like we just out that bitch just standing still and they just picking us apart. Like, that's what it looked like. Quarterback got all day. That nigga had a motherfucking picnic back that bitch. Man, I've been avoiding this conversation for too long, man. Last couple days we lost. I ain't even go live on Sunday after the game because I ain't want to discuss it. But fuck that, yo. Something got to be done. This shit's out of control.
There's a lot of things out there that weren't done correctly, so we've got to ask ourselves, how does that not translate to the game? Number one, and then what else can we do? What else can we come up with to figure out ways to challenge people and gain some yards and get some stops?
John, did you feel there was a lack of effort or belief or buy-in or however you would want to put it?
I didn't feel that. I didn't feel that all week. I didn't feel that in the game. I think the effort was there. I just didn't think the execution was there. We didn't do what we needed to do, and it's going to have to start with us as coaches and figure it out.
When you consider where you are record-wise and also the long list of injuries and guys you need to get back, is this one of the more challenging times you can remember in your career?
Yeah, we've had a lot of them. I think back to a lot of challenging times. I think every year had challenges, and if you look back at some of those seasons, there were stretches. None more challenging than this right now. This is the one we're in, and this is tough. But like I told the guys, this becomes a measuring stick for all of us.
Yo, Travis, the day was embarrassing, man.
When you go through situations like this,
the day was embarrassing.
And everybody does in their life, and every team does in their their career, players and coaches and everybody else. It's how you handle it, And when people look back and say, "Hey, when things were the toughest, when things looked the worst, when we were at our lowest point, how did you handle it? How will you be remembered for how you handle it?" And I'm looking for people to come out fighting and give their best, in those kind of situations. That's what you have to do. When you do that, you come out the other end.
You have with a lengthy list of injuries. We know that, and some you don't know who will be back and when. But what do you see as maybe the most fixable, the most quickly fixable things here?
I think fundamental football is the most quickly fixable thing, and I expect to see us play fundamentally sound football. I don't think we did that all the time today. It wasn't egregiously bad, but I mean, this run defense is it's not okay. And that's not something that should happen.
Dang.
So we haven't fixed
Yeah,
that.
but
Really
see, that's the thing, Travis. I'm not even gonna give us that excuse, yo, because we've been playing bad all fucking year. Like, yo, it's hard to even, give them that, because we've been playing bad all fucking year. Maybe that Bills loss demoralized us or something. Maybe the loss by the Bills was just so devastating. Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to make excuses at this point. It was looking bad, man. It's looking bad, yo. We not getting no pressure. How many sacks we got? Hold up, yo. How many sacks Baltimore Ravens got this year? What NFL team has the last sacks? What NFL team has the less sacks this season? Carolina Panthers got 2. Baltimore Ravens right behind them. Yeah, we got 4 sacks, y'all. We got 4 sacks for the season. Out of probably like, we played 5 games. It'd be about 60 plays a game. Let's say 30, 60, 90, 120. Yo, out of 150 plays, yo, we got 4 sacks. Like, yo, that shit's horrible. That's horrible, man. I know, y'all. People saying that. People saying this, but I don't know. I don't remember having these problems, though, bro. Like, we got real problems, Trap Star. Like, it ain't even just the record. It's the visual of the games. Like, we're not doing nothing right. We're not doing nothing right, yo. No sacks, no fumbles, no interceptions, no quarterback pressures, no tip balls. Shit, we ain't doing nothing right, bro. Like, even if that's the case, if we can turn it around. It's like turn it around, man. I don't know, yo. I don't know. I know this shit is frustrating.
The number one thing is we got to start. You can't be letting them get the yards they're getting on first down. You can't play behind the sticks the whole game on
The
both
fuck
sides of the
around
ball. And that's been pretty much a theme throughout the course of the whole season so far.
Do you have to consider changes on the with Zach or the defensive staff?
Yeah, so what was the excuse
Yeah,
before that?
you try to do the most productive things, and I do not think that that's the answer. So we got to go to work is what we need to do. We need to stick together is what we need to do, and we need to find ourselves. And that has to do with coaches and players together.
John, you talked last week about offensive play calling. How did you feel you guys adjusted this week?
Yeah, I thought that the play calling wasn't really an issue. We tried to do the things that were in the
Yeah,
game
me
plan,
too.
and we never really generated a rhythm. We had the turnover early when we had a little bit of a drive going there. Petrie made a
Yeah,
nice
he
play on
don't
that
understand.
flat route. That low interception hurt us. So I didn't think that was really the issue.
John, to that, obviously, Lamar is an uphill battle offensively, but just how disappointing was it to not really be able to get the run game going at all?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got faith too, kinda.
What did you see out there today slowed you guys down to not be able to slow them down?
Just miscommunication. We gotta communicate more. Really, that's all it come down to,
Yeah,
just
we do.
communication.
What do you take away from a day like this where relative the expectation a month ago to where it is right now? It's just hard to fathom.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to take, but I mean, it's football. I mean, they get paid too. So I mean, we just gonna keep pushing. And it's not the end of the world. I mean, we still can win the division. So I mean, it's not the end of the world. We still keep pushing. So nobody heads down. Nobody feel sorry for themselves. We just
Shit,
gotta
I'd
keep
be
working.
pissed, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. See, that's why, yo, I couldn't play sports. I can't. I don't like losing, man. I would be pissed after that game. If I was on the field in that game, and I'd probably give one of them highlight interviews. Man, I'm not trying to talk about that shit, man. I highlight you niggas in 3 days. You feel me? Let some time pass, man. Cause you don't put the camera in my face that we just got abused like that. That's just my opinion. He looked way too happy. He pissing me off. Like if I was in the locker room when he did this, so we might fight after this, man. Like what the fuck is you smiling and joking for? We just got abused, man, by a bad team. Like they're not even a good team. They're a bad team, man. Got the boy out there, got CJ Stroud looking like motherfucking MVP.
Just win the next one. We can't look back now. I mean, the game over with. There's no looking back. So we just try to win the next one. Go in head first, win the next one.
Think about miscommunication. Is that the product of so many different guys coming into spots that hadn't had a whole lot of work out yet?
I mean, yeah, just
Yeah, for real.
all year we just can't. I mean, communication, man.
What was it like at halftime?
What'd you say?
What was it like at halftime? What was the story and what was the message?
The message was just come out, play hard. I mean, same message. Every game, just come out, play hard. I mean, we was down at halftime. We still thought like we was in the game, felt like we was in the game. So halftime, maybe just come out, play hard.
How were you feeling just after a couple practices this week?
I was feeling good, ready to go. Yeah, man.
What do you think needs to change for you guys defensively to kind of right this ship, get things back on track for you guys?
I mean, I don't feel like we that far away. I mean, I feel like we're on a great path. I mean, we was there. It's just a couple we missing parts. I mean, a couple paces away. It's just a couple plays away from being great. So I mean, we just gotta keep.
Nigga ain't even say nothing. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? They ain't even play. Why the fuck? Why the fuck is they interviewing him for? He ain't even play. He played fucking. Did he play one game? That shit is crazy, y'all. We out here. We ain't got nobody to interview. We interview injured reserve. Might as well get Matabuke up that bitch. Ask him what the fuck the issues is.
As a veteran leader on this team, what's the message, especially the young guys who maybe haven't been through something like what you guys are going through right now?
We got to get our together. Playing, just being brutally honest. Like, coaches can give us the plays, but we got to execute. And it doesn't matter who you are in there. Do your job. Coaches ask you to do something, do it. Me included.
What is keeping you guys back from
practice execution to games?
One more time.
Yeah, how far you answer
Keeping you
that?
guys back from practice execution to game execution?
I mean, I'm not sure.
That's a
I don't have
dumbass
many
question.
chances left, so I don't have time to sit and wait, and we got to figure it out.
That's what the fuck they need to get the fuck off the podcast.
Obviously, when you have the injury situation you guys had going in this game, that's going
Yeah,
to
no excuses,
affect-
man. No excuses. I just watched the Niners have injuries and go out there and play football, and no excuses for injuries. Professionals, you get paid to play, so
Yeah, when the fuck is he gonna
gotta
play?
play better.
That nigga was killing for us last year, man.
Effort-wise, like when you're in that defensive huddle, do you feel that?
Yeah, I don't ever think effort is a issue. I gonna piggyback off. I know it's it's not a lame answer, but like it's fundamentals. Like we gotta get off blocks. We gotta tackle. I know people don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. That's what you got to do better. In our positions, you got young guys that they got to grow up fast. They don't have time to mature over time. We need them now to step up, and the older guys need to step up too. Guys that have been here for a couple years just got to play better, top down, and yeah, no excuses.
Do you feel like the messages that are coming from John or Zach or whoever aren't getting through in some way?
I'm that's probably a question that's above my pay grade. Probably, I think that's a Harbaugh and ZO question. To be honest, like I think their messaging is fine, and we got to be the group to take that and go out and do the simple things right, the fundamentals, easy, basic stuff.
Yeah, this season has been tough, throughout, every week.
It was tough last year too.
Yeah. Does it feel like today though this could be a rock bottom point yet or no?
We're 1-4, right? And
then what the fuck?
I don't ever
what we
think it'll
doing,
be
bro?
a rock bottom. I mean, it could if it keeps going this way, but I just think we have good enough players that all it takes is literally like one play to change it, one
No,
win.
fuck it don't. What the fuck is he talking about? Yo, but this has not been no this has not been no season where it takes one play to win. Nah, he lying. That nigga not being honest. The fuck he talking about? Fuck you made. No, the fuck it ain't. Yeah, we got this bitch get wiped across the floor. Like we ain't losing by 3. I mean, we ain't losing by 6. Shit, we not even losing by 14. The fuck you made took one play. I don't know. It takes several plays. We got that bitch. Yeah, we out here looking bad, man. One play. Shit, you kidding me? Show me which one play that could have changed the game. The fuck out of here.
To change the momentum, and somebody has got to do it and believe that they're going to do it, and continue to
That's
show
what
up
it's
and
saying.
work.
Like
I think as a group, I will.
I think that
say,
Bills, I think
guys
that
are
Bills
working.
game fucked us
Like,
over,
we're not
man.
not working. We're not trying. We just got to play better. As simple as I can get, and take accountability
For real,
too,
Dave,
for not playing well.
You got that one play.
Yeah.
Two more.
Kyle, do you think you're practicing well?
It's my team, too.
Do you see any of these problems pop up at practice?
I mean, I think that's a question you can always say you can do better, right? Like, I could practice. Everyone could do their job a little bit better, right? We just got to find those ways to do things better. I think the practice, what we're doing, we can all get better to hopefully get better for that being in the game.
Yeah, this shit
I wouldn't
crazy, right?
sit here and say we don't practice hard. I mean, we practice just as hard or harder than anybody in the league.
But
It's
nigga,
just
when the
not
last time
turning
you
over
practiced?
to
The fuck?
the football field. It's not a production that the fans deserve and a production that we're happy about. Clearly, I mean, I'm pissed.
Kyle, you mentioned accountability. Have you seen enough of that from the team
know,
after
it
these
is.
losses, and what does that look like?
Yeah, that's a good question. I I think I'll be able to answer that better after the week, to be honest. To just be blatant honest. I feel like there's accountability, but we'll see.
Shit's fucking ridiculous. Shit is horrible, man. They only three people that spoke. Fuck everybody else at. Shit, they should have just had a whole team press conference. We want to hear from everybody. Where the fuck Biscotti at? The fuck? And we need to get the whole team together, man. Everybody get together. We having a motherfucking press conference. My man Keaton Mitchell came back. Jay Alexander. That nigga been quiet as shit all season. I forgot he played for the team.
Derek, what needs to change?
I think we just need to play better. It's easy to finger point and everything is going bad. We have been playing good, have not been displaying a good football team, but you just gotta go back to work because we still gotta go into work on Monday. So, as a whole, we just all have to be better. I said it's easy to finger point, say this, say that. It's just not good right now overall, and we need to fix it quick. Like we still got time. We got some guys banged up, nicked up, but definitely not what we want to display today. Good thing to learn from the last two games.
These niggas don't even they look broken, man. Like listen to these, like this don't look like a team that's going bounce back. Not saying that it can't. These niggas look broken mentally, physically, emotionally. Shit, some of them is broken. You know what I mean? Raekwon Smith out of there. Metabuke career might be over. Kyle Van Noy, I don't even know when the last time he played. But they say Lamar Jackson might play. It's an outside chance that he might play next week. It's an outside chance. But even with that, I don't even think I want Lamar in with the way this offensive line playing. Lamar with that bitch running for his life, man. Like a white girl in a scary movie.
I need to be better, so it's all about this.
Kind of shell shocked at this point. It's so, I'm sorry, it's so different than what I knew you were expecting coming into this at this point.
Yeah, I think we all kind of surprised right now of what's transpired. But who's going to be the one to turn it around? It's going to be us. So it's hard to be like, we can still do it, but I still believe in these guys. I'm going to try to keep leading as the best as I can, showing up to work, working hard, doing my job. I say it's easy to be negative. I mean, everybody can have the poor me's and why this, why that, but I'm not blaming anybody. Look at myself first.
I'm blaming every motherfucking body.
And then we all go in there as a group, as a unit, and try to fix everything and turn this thing around as quickly as possible, like I said before.
Derek, how frustrating is it that the run game again just wasn't able to really get going?
It just wasn't good enough, us as a whole. It takes all of us. But I still believe we can get to where we need to be as far as, in the run game to help this team to be efficient, to make plays, because we've done it before. We all saw it last year. It's just not clicking right now. We just got to find ways to make it click, and when it goes, go, and, dominate line of scrimmage, be explosive. I got to be better. We all just got to figure it out. But I think one thing about it, I'm not going to be negative. I mean, it's easy to be negative, and to try to be positive, encourage everybody, and tell our nation keep believing, because we're going to keep going to work and try to fix this thing.
There are a lot of guys, coaches would say you guys are practicing well, doing the things in practice, and it's just not translating in the game. Is that the case, and why do you think it's not translating in the game?
Yeah, man, everybody practices hard, everybody comes to work, practice execution, do what we need to do as far as, putting the work in throughout the week, just not translating. As I said, it's not like we going in there just lollygagging and not doing our job. Everybody comes to work,
That's what the fuck it look like.
want want to get the job done, let it translate to Sunday. It's just not, but I believe it will. And we just gotta keep fighting, keep showing up, and keep believing one another, hold each other accountable, and I believe it'll turn around.
Dick, you've been in this league for a long time. When you look around the locker room and you hear the messaging from John and the other coaches, does it feel like that message is still connecting with the guys in this locker room?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, it's easy to be like, turn your head the other way, but I'm not doing that. I think myself as a leader on this team, we got all the right guys to get it done. Like I said, we didn't display what we needed to today. Fix it, get ready for next week, start getting guys back that are injured right now, get back healthy, and we'll see what happens.
Derek, you mentioned holding each other accountable. Do you feel like you guys have been doing that this season, or is there like another level of, I guess, harshness that you guys could be to get out of the rut?
I mean, anytime
I said the same thing to y'all. Like, we didn't have bad seasons, but the visual of this season is just horrible. Like, it looks bad. Like, it ain't just bad. Like, it looks bad as well. Like, I don't remember another season like this, yo. Like, maybe when we went 5-11, one of them years. Yo, but we still had things clicking. Yo, we not clicking on nothing. Nothing, yo. Like I said earlier, not offense, not defense, not special teams. Shit, you can go to the positions, not the offensive line, not the running backs, not the tight ends, not the corners, not the safeties, not the line. Like, we just looking horrible, man. All around the board.
Especially a loss like that. I mean, you look at guys, and we all evaluate one another, just like the coaches do. And then somebody needs to step up and say something. We'll all do that. But it's just tough right now for us. But like I said, I know every guy in this locker room still believe in one another. We just gotta go do it. We practice hard throughout the week, like he said, and just gotta translate it to the game.
Man. Fuck he had to say.
Man, that felt great, bro. Man, amazing. Great feeling, man. Ooh, had a major hit of dopamine.
Is there any concern coming into this?
Bitch, you act like he out here producing. Like, I think you're crazy. You got a nerve to be sarcastic. Like you out here putting up numbers and everybody else bumming it up. You bumming it up too, nigga. What you talking about? Hey, you trip me out. Like, you could. I can see Lamar saying that, but Jair, you can't say shit. You need to be humble just like the rest of everybody.
Man, that felt great, bro. Man, amazing. Great feeling, man. Ooh, had a major hit of dopamine.
Is there any concern coming into this one that you weren't going to be able to play some meaningful snaps?
No. I expected to be in there and full go.
It was good, but I know the way the game went, them scoring out of your first 7 drives, I mean, it's got to be like, this is not what you guys envisioned back in August, getting ready for this. What do you take away from that?
I mean, we gotta evaluate ourselves critically, and we gotta come out with the mindset of we got time. Anything can happen in this league, and we just gotta get better.
Do you feel like some teams have figured you guys out on both sides of the ball at this point?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that. I hope not. But football's a team sport. So it's kind of tough to say.
Jay, what's kind of the thing you would point to and say has been the biggest reason why this defense just kind of hasn't clicked 5 weeks in?
Shoot. The biggest thing, I can't point it out. Man.
Everything.
I watch the film every week, man, and I see, instances where we can be better, honestly. So, I mean, it just points back to ourselves.
Niggas wide open.
Jay, can you take us through what led to that shoving match after that touchdown with the Texans receiver?
Yeah, I mean, I seen him celebrating in the bank end zone. I didn't appreciate that while I was on the field. And then I seen him toss the ball to the ball boy, and then he tried to get it back. So I was just like, nah, you ain't getting the ball back. And they got mad,
What was it like to have a different guy with a green dot kind of relaying those calls today?
It was fun. I enjoyed Malachi's presence out there. He seemed like a real leader, with the green dot. So I appreciate him. He's going to give the corner to call. So, I appreciate that.
Jerry, you mentioned evaluating yourselves. Do you think it's more of like an execution thing, or?
Yeah, we got to execute better for sure, man. It's times where we didn't execute good enough, you know. And if we execute, maybe the outcome's different.
Jerry, did you get signals from both Teddy and Malachi, or was it just Malachi?
Shoot, as far as I can remember, it was Malachi. Sometimes Teddy, but I can remember Malachi because, you know, it's my guy.
Fucking horrible. It's ridiculous. I can't believe it is fucking bad, man. Alright, sure, X. Well, at least we gotta keep Mitchell on the field this week, finally. Cooper Rush. What the fuck he had to say? I don't even want to listen to his ass. I don't fuck what your guys say.
They score every time they get the ball virtually. You know, just that the pressure that adds.
The second week in a row they scored every time they got the ball. This is the second week in a row a team scored every time they got the ball.
Ain't no pressure. It's just another opportunity to learn a key return, just get another shot at that and get the feel of it.
As far as the kick returns, how do you take the
Like, why hasn't he been on the field since week 1? Like, I don't know what they saying in practice, but this man knows how to play football, man. Yo, there's no excuse for him for this to be his first game, yo. It's no excuse for that. You mean, find some plays for the Knicks. This guy's explosive. We seen it in the preseason. We seen it in his rookie season. Yo, this man is explosive, yo. There's no excuse for him not to be on the field more. Salute to Justice Hill, but Justice Hill ain't yo. You understand? Offensively. Now I know Justice Hill probably about a pass protector and things like that. But offensively, man, Shorty a monster, man. His ass need to be on that motherfucking field, man.
But you know, when you what do you think?
I like it. I mean, it is what it is. I can't change it, so I just got to go out there, get the feeling. Hopefully I can do something next week.
Offensively, you feel like you were close a couple times to break. Looked like you're close to breaking something. Maybe a little slip here.
Yeah, I kept slipping, but it's all guys. You got to get that feel back.
They're getting better at taking you guys down. You, Derek, I mean, you know he gets in the end zone today, but what is it about the run game that you still haven't been able to kind of get over that hurdle?
What's up,
Now we just got to keep giving us the ball, keep giving us opportunities, and just try to make them count.
Just the second time in this franchise's history that you have a 1-4 start. What was the message from Coach Harbaugh going into the Rams game and then an early bye, which could be helpful?
Just come out and practice and keep going, keep working hard, don't hang our heads. Still got a long season, and just keep going.
Yeah.
His ass too goddamn happy. I wouldn't be able to fuck with you in the locker room either. I'm not happy at the loss. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. At the loss, I'm pissed. Look, they even losing subscribers. It's the fucking Baltimore Ravens subscribers even down. Motherfuckers unsubscribing to the page. Look, their subscribers down 42%. Yeah, the fucking lackadaisical plays is even affecting the YouTube channel, man. God damn. Niggas getting up out of there. This is fucking horrible, man. The hell is his ass been at?
So, just making Cooper, come to our practice so in the game he's just, he's out there being him.
Yeah, this bitch looking like fucking Ike Turner from the Tina Turner, looking like Lawrence Fishburne in Tina Turner movie.
Sorry if you've already answered this, but Isaiah, kind of what's the mindset right now as the team is looking at a 1-4 record moving to LA?
Man, trying to be 1-0 next week. I mean, obviously learn from the mistakes that we did this week. Understand that, what we got to clean up, what we got to get better. Have a real heart-to-heart with everybody, even with yourself in the mirror. And I feel like, just getting ready for the Rams.
Coach Harbaugh talked about a lot of it comes down to fundamental football. How do you kind of put the emphasis on improving in that area?
Man, even with me, just starting off a drive, false starting. That's just a drive killer. Starting a drive winning first and 15 is harder than first and 10. obviously, trying to get back into a game. So, I'll just take accountability on that drive and drives for that. I mean, it's just like you never want to start behind the six. And in this game, we knew that they were going to be a tough opponent. We knew that their defense was really good. So you just, trying to stack plays on plays to turn drives into touchdowns.
You mentioned a heart-to-heart. What does this sort of messaging sound like to get to where you guys need to be moving forward?
Man, I say, just be honest when you watch the film. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody understands, you're in the NFL for a reason. I mean, you're one of the best in the world at what you do. So if you feel like you played your best game, and you can look yourself in the mirror and go sleep at night saying that, and then get ready for the Rams. If you didn't, watch the film, learn what you got to do, let's come back up.
The big hole, do you think the buy-in was there to get out of
it? For sure. I mean, that's just, coming back to leaders.
Yeah. Yo, that's 600 points, yo. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is bad, man. It was a defense on base allowed 600 points. And they gotta slow that shit down somehow, man. And Matthew Stafford is not the team to practice against.
Like I said, everybody looking at themselves in the mirror.
Quarterback, I mean.
Grown man. At the end of the day, when they get on the field between those white lines, the brother next to you trusts you. So I trust you to do your job and to get a win and on the field.
At one report, how big of a challenge is that going to be this is going forward?
I feel like it finally lets everybody settle down the noise and really understand that, to take advantage of trying to be a 1-0 each week rather than looking at what the media is saying about, what it is at 1-4 now, what it was in the future when we started 0-0. Now everybody gets to look at, the white lines of trying to be 1-0 that week.
Did you feel like based on the week of practice, you guys were going to come out and give a good effort today? I mean, were you optimistic coming into the day?
Every time we practice, I, look optimistic on getting a W. I mean, every week I try to go in and understand that the goal is to 1-0. Whether who's our quarterback, tight end, receiver, running back, DB, whoever. Goal for the Ravens is to 1-0 every week.
Isaiah, do you feel like there's a little bit of a snowball effect when things start to go wrong? It seems to get worse. And how do you kind of pull out of that?
I feel like that's, where we're at right now. I mean, trying to get a win, trying to get out of this losing record. I mean, that's what, the snowball effect. I mean, everybody's just, not wanting to have it be their guy, their play. So really just understand that, just being a leader, just telling everybody it's a new game, new week, new opponent, and let's just be us.
Nah. Okay, this is so we can
It's time that the Baltimore Ravens move on from John Harbaugh. And this is not a knee-jerk reaction. It's not even just because they lost to the Houston Texans. It's just still about the same thing that it's always been about, and that's patterns. But we continue to see a lot of the patterns from John Harbaugh progressively get worse. To where last week you see this defense that has continued to give up over 30 points a game. They have a terrible game against the Kansas City Chiefs, and John Harbaugh spends the press conference just busy calling out the offense.
Yeah, I think I ain't gonna lie. I think I gotta focus on myself too. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. That's just so bad. Y'all think, I think it's best we all need to just focus on ourselves right now, man. Let the Ravens figure it out, man. They gonna come back round to us, man. If the stars align properly, they come back round, man. They come back and they'll be the Ravens that we expected them to be. But as of right now, I can't stress myself out over this shit, man. Like I don't know what the fuck happening. Like I said, I came into the year with confidence. Felt like I was on the team. Yeah, I mean, came into the year feeling real great about things. Real optimistic about our season. Just slowly but surely that optimisticness then turned into frustration and failure. betrayal. I feel betrayed, right? I think most Baltimore Ravens fans feel like we was betrayed by the Ravens, man. Like for real, somebody need to ask them for this shit. Like I said, they need to do a joint press conference, get them all together. Ozzie Newsome, what's the GM name? Dick Cass, Biscotti, John Harbaugh, all the coordinators. Yeah, man, they need to get them all in one room, and we need to have a fucking family meeting. We need to have an intervention. Fuck them, bro. Fuck them press conferences. We need to have a Baltimore Ravens intervention with the fans. At least the season ticket holders. You feel me? Just have an intervention with the season ticket holders, yo, so we can get an understanding. And they can relay it back to us. We don't want to hear from the team. Intervention with the season ticket holders. Let them have a press conference afterwards, so we can get understanding of what the fuck going on, yo, from a fan's perspective. Man, there you go. See, that's why I be trying to stay away from sports, man. Motherfuckers come in and talk about their team. We don't want to hear about the line. We lost to them too. Beat all the shit out of us.
Zach Orr in the defense. And I get you don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but at the same time, he threw Todd Monken under the bus, and the Ravens offense is the only reason that they had even been staying afloat
that's what it
in
looked
most
like,
of
Peter.
these games. But then you look at this team, you look at the game today, and you just see such a lack of effort. You see such a lack of fight. You see such a lack of fire.
I don't even think it was that. That's giving them a pass. Yeah, I don't think it was a lack of effort. Looked like they was trying hard as a bitch. Sometimes you gotta laugh, yo. Like, I don't think we said a lack of effort, y'all. Like, these guys look like they tried. It just ain't working. You know what I mean? Like, maybe a lack of effort in the weight room. maybe it's a lack of effort in training and preparation. When they go out there with that field, they try, man. Hey, Davon, no, bro. This shit fucked up, bro.
Under this team, it just seemed like throughout the majority of this game, they were just going through the motions. It didn't seem like they were really trying to fight to stay in it. And we know things started getting ugly quick, but players there was low effort on tackling. There was low effort on going for catches. It was just one of the craziest, but at the same time, it wasn't too crazy because it's almost expected at this point. So many times under John Harbaugh, when he's lost his starting quarterback, whether it's been Joe Flacco or it's been Lamar Jackson, one thing that we've still continued to see from this football team under John Harbaugh is fight. They did not give up. It don't matter who was playing quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, they would fight, especially if they were at home. But in this game, they brought in Cooper Rush for this very reason. If they were to have a scenario where Lamar Jackson did end up missing some time, this is what he was brought in for. This is what he was signed for in the offseason. But there was just no fight from this team. And if there was, it went away rather quickly. So many Ravens fans have continued to say, hey, Baltimore Ravens, they're a get-right team right now. They're a get-right team for opposing offenses. And that's exactly what we are. We saw this Chiefs team, a Chiefs team whose offense has just not been anything special, even dating back to last season, but certainly this year too, an offense that just have been very, very lackluster, even with a Patrick Mahomes. And they are dealing with a few injuries here and there, but overall they still got a pretty nice roster, but they ain't been doing nothing. What did Patrick Mahomes do against the Baltimore Ravens? Had his way with the team. Had his way with this defense. Ended up throwing, 4 touchdowns, I believe? And just looked like the Patrick Mahomes of old. The Patrick Mahomes that we're used to. He had a resurgence of his season. But then it got worse because C.J. Stroud, a team that hasn't scored over 26 points. They just scored 26 points against the Titans last week. But before that, they hadn't scored over 19 points. So their offense has not been anything serious at all. Their defense has been doing their thing. But they were 1-3. They were 1-3 team. So they hadn't been anything serious. But guess what CJ Stroud decides to do against the Baltimore Ravens in that defense? He has a career game. Now, I know you're probably thinking, but wait, all you're doing is talking about how bad the defense has been. Why don't they just get rid of Zach Orr? That could be a good way to solve the Baltimore Ravens problem. Well, that doesn't seem like it's going to happen. And even if it did, that would just deflect the blame to somebody else. Because we've seen this story before. We've seen the Baltimore Ravens move on from defensive coordinators before. Again, remember Wink Martindale? We've seen the Baltimore Ravens move on from offensive coordinators before. You remember Greg Roman, Marty Mornhinweg? The list really goes on. But one thing that has been the constant with the Baltimore Ravens that they have not moved on from, obviously, and that's John Harbaugh. Some of my guys over at Lunch Break Hot Take, Jose and Bronny, they made such a good, and they said this years ago about John Harbaugh. They said one of his best qualities, is self-preservation.
Straight up, nigga. That's how I got a nigga feeling right now, man. Anybody owe me money, you better pay up, y'all. Well, yeah. Somebody got to pay for this shit. If it ain't gonna be coaches, it got to be somebody. Cause this is getting out of hand, man. It's like watching a motherfucking horror movie at 3. You hear me? This shit is crazy, man. This bitch getting beat up on and shit. And we out there getting beat up on, y'all. Now we are the Baltimore Ravens, yo. We should not be getting beat up on. Now we can lose games, yo, but we are getting beat up. Like, yeah, y'all. Getting beat up on, y'all. Like, this is how you see a situation where a nigga fight somebody that won't fight back. That's how the games look. It look like, yo, they are fighting us and we ain't fighting back. And I don't like saying those type of situations. Normally I break that shit up. Like that, I think that's what we need to start doing. We need to just start throwing in the flag. Yo, when it get like that, it get out of hand. Yo, in the game. Do they got a white flag in football? Yo, they need to introduce the white flag, man. Straight up and down, yo, because yo, we better not sit back and allow that shit no more. We better throw the flag. Fuck that. They got the yellow flag. You got the red flag for challenges. Yeah, we need to introduce the white flag. Because we should have waved that bitch this game and last game. You heard me?
And ever since they said that, again, years ago, they didn't say this last year, even the year before. They said this years ago. But that always stuck.
No, you're bad, bro.
Self-preservation. What does that even mean? Well, that's the ability to preserve oneself, the ability to save oneself, to keep yourself out of harm's way, to take the eyes off of you and put them somewhere else. This season, so many people are getting hip to exactly who John Harbaugh is. And we hate that it has to come this way. We hate that it has to happen like this. But with Lamar Jackson being out, being removed from this lineup, because we've been saying for years, Lamar Jackson covers up so much with the Baltimore Ravens. Not just the offensive line, but he covers up so much on this football team. That's why when people, especially when it was time for him to get his contract, and people, oh, he's not worth it. What? Do you not watch him go out there every single week and do what he does? Oh, Lamar Jackson, he shouldn't get paid. Ravens should move on. They should save that money, invest it somewhere else. Are you serious? Lamar Jackson covers up so much for this franchise. He covers up a lot of their mistakes.
It ain't his fault at all.
Every single week. But now, with Lamar Jackson removed from the equation temporarily, everything is on full display. But get this, even before Lamar Jackson was removed due to his hamstring injury, a lot of this stuff was still being put on full display, especially this season. A lot of people are waking up to it. John Harbaugh, is he a bad coach? We always say this. No, he's not a bad coach, but his time is up, man.
Yo, John Harbaugh problem is, John Harbaugh, he don't make in-game adjustments. And yo, some of them plays that be called over the years, like, yo, you gotta veto some of them bitches. Like last week, 3rd and 1. Yo, why is Henry not in the game? I mean, you got 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, and Henry is not in the game. If I was the coach and I seen that, yo, timeout. And I understand you want to let your coaches do their thing, yo, but as the head coach, everything falls on you. So whatever lapse or whatever faults that your coordinators have, yo, you're gonna be the one to take the blame for it. So in order to protect yourself, yo, you got to sometimes get in the mix and be like, nah, I don't like that play, yo. Call something else up. And it been going, and it been like this for years, man. I think that's Harbaugh's biggest issue. Yo, he does not make in-game adjustments. Like a lot of them games that we lost, them big games, yo, we just got out-coached. When we lose to the Chiefs, we get out-coached. You know what I mean? Like some of them teams we lost to, it's just us getting out-coached.
It really is. Now, I really would love for these Baltimore Ravens to come back and turn this thing around and go on a streak, make the playoffs, go on a run, make it to the Super Bowl. That would be great. I would love that. Oh, we would all love that. That would be amazing. Will they? Hey, time will tell. Anything's possible till it ain't possible no more. And in order for the Baltimore Ravens to do that, they are running out of leeway because you ain't got too many more games that you can lose, especially being in the AFC. It's a very, very tight race, and it will continue to be. What do they still do?
The good thing is our division is struggling. So that's the good thing. You know, everybody's chasing the Steelers right now, and I don't even know if the Steelers really a good team. So that's the only promising thing throughout this whole situation is our whole division is struggling.
Oh, we'll see whenever Lamar Jackson comes back. But
only 3 games behind Pittsburgh.
The Baltimore Ravens, they got to stop trying to hide this stuff. Well, I mean, they can't hide it anymore. We've talked about it throughout this season, how we've been surprised at how the national media, even they are getting hip to John Harbaugh and the issues that he has. Even they are actually recognizing it now and calling it out. They, even with this CVS receipt, laundry list of all these players that are currently hurt for the Baltimore Ravens, all these players that are currently missing time for the Baltimore Ravens. I think they said it's like $140 million worth in salary cap that were MIA from the Baltimore Ravens this week due to injury. But even with that, so many people are realizing like, hey, that ain't no excuse.
It ain't. We was bad before that.
Because even when the Baltimore Ravens had all of those guys, that defense was still all kinds of bad. And that was the premier reason why the Baltimore Ravens, they were losing those games early on this season. Now, again, you could say, oh, but you're talking about the defense again. What does that got to do with Harbaugh? Well, I will tell you. He is the one that hired Zach Orr. We know Zach Orr used to play for the Baltimore Ravens. It's a great story. He was an undrafted rookie free agent, and he came on, ended up being an all-pro linebacker. Was a great player. Love Zach Orr. But then he unfortunately had a neck injury that cut his career short. It sucks. Hate when stuff goes down like that.
Yeah,
so he stuck around with the Baltimore Ravens. They provided him an opportunity with the front office, and he just continued to work his way up. And then the Baltimore Ravens, they hired Mike Macdonald to be a defensive coordinator. Mike Macdonald was defensive coordinator for a couple of years. Then he ended up getting a promotion to be a head coach for the Seattle Seahawks. And the Ravens were like, okay, who's it going to be? Who's going to be our defensive coordinator now? Boom, Zach Orr. They hired him. He had never been a defensive coordinator before. Now that right there, and I didn't even catch this initially when they first hired him, but Zach Orr, somebody who didn't have any defensive coordinator experience prior to this, the Baltimore Ravens were a team that was close, very close to being a Super Bowl team. They had the roster, the defense was amazing, the offense was doing their thing. They were right there, a team that's so close to getting to the Super Bowl.
Whole team look trash,
they hired a defensive coordinator with absolutely no experience.
That was John Harbaugh's decision. We getting disrespected out there, yo. I remember a time, y'all. When it was 3rd and 3. Yo, you man, better as well punt the ball. Like, yo, that's how good our defense was, and that's how sure we was. Like, yo, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. Yo, you was 3rd and anything outside of 2 or 3, you might as well punt that bitch. Niggas wouldn't dare go for it on 4th down. Yo, the last game, I think they went like 4 for 4 on 4th down. Y'all, I swear, one of them 4th downs they went for it. I think it was on the 30 or 35. I'm like, God damn, they ain't got no respect for us. They was on their 35.
With Todd Monken, he did have previous experience as an offensive coordinator in the NFL, in the collegiate ranks, in both. So that was nice. They brought him in, and he really turned this offense around. He really allowed this offense to just ascend to new heights. But took us a while to get here. Reason being because John Harbaugh and the Baltimore Ravens, they were afraid to make the big decision. What was that big decision, though? Greg Roman. Greg Roman was Lamar Jackson's offensive coordinator from 2019 to until Todd Monken took over a couple years ago. And his offense had expired. His offense had run its course. His offense had plateaued. But John Harbaugh wouldn't make that decision. He wouldn't do it. Wouldn't let him go.
Please. Thanks.
He just continued to hold on to Greg Roman for way too long. And we continue to waste years of Lamar Jackson. And it was frustrating because us as fans, a lot of fans, we saw it. Say, hey, I think we should move on from Greg Roman. Not that he was a bad offensive coordinator, but the offense had just peaked. It wasn't growing anymore. It wasn't reaching new heights anymore. We noticed it, but for some reason, the Ravens, John Harbaugh, they didn't notice it.
Yeah, I remember
or maybe they did, but they didn't do anything about it.
For years.
So what happens when John Harbaugh finally decides, hey, and the Ravens decide, hey, you know what, we're going to move on from Greg Roman. They bring in Todd Monken, Lamar wins the MVP. The very first year with a new offensive coordinator. Coincidence? Who knows? Then the following year, he has a much better year than his MVP season. And then, okay, Josh Allen, the NFL wanted to show him some pity. All right, it is what it is. But you just watch how the offense just continued to grow. That should have been the case years ago. It should not have taken that long. And then you talk about the team. You talk about the roster construction. You talk about Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson came in his rookie year, and he was winning a lot of games. Joe Flacco had a hip injury. Stephon Tuitt from the Steelers hit him. That knocked him out. That inserted Lamar Jackson into the starting lineup. And he won every single game except the Chiefs game. They lost by, I think, like 1 point, a crazy 4th and 9 play. And then, of course, lost in the playoffs to the Chargers. And that game was coaching malpractice, too.
It was.
Because if you remember, they had beat the Chargers in L.A. a couple weeks prior. But then they were playing them again, and they were running all the same stuff, and they were running it for 3.5 quarters. It wasn't working first quarter, wasn't working second quarter. I was thinking, all right, halftime adjustments, they're going to fix it, right?
And we couldn't make no
Third quarter,
adjustments.
they came out doing the same exact thing as coaching malpractice, man. It really is. And that was with them.
That's what I was just talking about, yo. Like, Harbaugh is horrible at in-game adjustments, man. Horrible. Like, you'd have thought that all these years he would improve. Like, it's saying like to me, he don't even want to improve. It's like whatever the game plan is, that's what we gonna stick to it, even if that bitch don't working. No, yo, even if it's not working, we gotta stop that shit. Need to have 2 game plans. You know what I mean? A and B. If A don't work, we go to B and C. Like, it's like we got 1 game plan. If that shit don't work, we done.
As offensive coordinator, Greg Roman was a run game coordinator at the time, I believe. But John Harbaugh was the head coach. Step in and fix that. Step over that. Adjust that. Nope. But he did nothing. But anyway, so that was 2018. In 2019, Lamar Jackson comes on the scene. They draft Hollywood in the first round. Bring in Seth Roberts. They draft Miles Boykin. They got Hayden Hurst, Nick Boyle, Mark Andrews. The offensive line, they were pretty good. They had Mark Ingram. So, okay. Ravens go 14-2. So, oh, wow. But then in the playoffs, see, again, more malpractice. Mark Ingram, he has a high ankle sprain. So he's hurt. He ain't the only running back on the roster, but the Baltimore Ravens decided, you know what? Trying to run the ball this game? Nah, no thanks. We ain't going to do it. No thanks. And, of course, in that game, we did have 1,000,003 drops. But, in my opinion, if a game is lost, it shouldn't be on coaches. Everything should be on the players. It should be purely on execution. And we get coaches are not perfect. So I do take that back because they're allowed to make mistakes. They are human. But the level of malpractice that we've seen from this football team under John Harbaugh, especially in the Lamar Jackson era, is inexcusable. But that was 2019, and we've just continued to see coaching malpractice over and over and over But there has been such a lack of investment in Lamar Jackson, and they started doing things too late. Lamar Jackson was on his rookie deal in 2018, in 2019, and I always give them a pass for those first 2 years because Joe Flacco was still the starter at the beginning of 2018, and then 2019, you still weren't sure exactly what you had in Lamar Jackson, so I give him a pass for that. But he went and won a unanimous MVP. Okay. So now you know what you got. You better start going crazy on offense. Now you better start making all these moves, bringing in all these high-quality players on offense, right? Ravens said, no. We're going to do the bare minimum on offense. Let Lamar handle it. Let him take care of it. It wasn't good. Malpractice. And that's on Eric DeCosta, too. But as a general manager, what your job is to get in the mind of that head coach. Hey, head coach, because you're the one coaching. How do you want to build this team? What type of squad do you want me to assemble for you? That's Eric DeCosta's job. He builds the team, but he gets his insight from the head coach. It's John Harbaugh. They did not build this team to get the most out of.
Yo, we gotta bring some niggas in there, man. Like some real niggas. Yeah, I mean, like we need some niggas like Ed Reed and Bernard Hopkins and not Bernard Hopkins, Bernard Pilot. Like Harbaugh like choir boys, man. And I think that hurts us. Like we need to get some legitimate niggas there. You know what I mean? Niggas from Alabama, Florida. You know what I mean? Some of these trenches. We need some of them players in the locker room, yo. We got this fucking Marlon Humphreys, man. Like, we need somebody that got some Doug in them. We ain't really got that on this team, yo. It seems like ever since that situation happened with Harbaugh and the players only meeting, when they called him out, Ed Reed and all that, it's like ever since then, I think Harbaugh got scared. And he's like, he tried to stay away from people that's willing to speak up when things ain't going right. We need some of them people, man. We need somebody that got some arrests on their record. Yeah, man, for real. Like, I ain't joking. I'm dead serious. We need somebody that got, we just need some niggas.
Lamar Jackson. They didn't. They wanted to get the most out of Lamar Jackson without really building this team. And that's malpractice. But again, so much of what the Baltimore Ravens have done, they've done a lot of stuff just so late. They wait and wait and wait and wait and wait.
Yeah, we need some Doug in them, man.
Oh, see, we got that offensive coordinator now. Oh, our offense is great. Oh, we really invested in Lamar Jackson. Oh, yeah, let's go. And that's an issue. That's a problem. But it is certainly time for John Harbaugh to go. Will it happen during this season? Most likely not. Most likely not. But I said this last year, said the year before too. If Ravens come up short yet again, they're trending that way. Again, things could turn around. But if Ravens come up short, anything short of winning the Super Bowl, anything short of that, they got to move on. They have to. Anything short. And I would say that you can move on right now. You can move on right now, have an interim coach against these Rams, and then you really get things figured out during the bye week. But Ravens are not going to do that. I think it's unrealistic to expect the Baltimore Ravens, who John Harbaugh's been coaching since 2008, is unrealistic to expect them to move on from John Harbaugh during this season. So I don't think any of us think that's going to happen. It's possible, but that most likely is not going to happen. Because, it's not. That's not how they operate. They could fire a coordinator here. They could get rid of an assistant coach there. But we expect John Harbaugh to remain throughout the entirety of this season. But this ball was on Steve Bisciotti. Because Steve Bisciotti, he ended up giving John Harbaugh a contract extension this offseason too. And he's given them contract extension in the past too. But it had just continued to seem like Steve Bisciotti, he just continues to reward, I can't say failure, but failure. You got the best player, not the best quarterback. You got the best player. So that covers quarterbacks. That covers every single position. You got the best player in the entire NFL. And y'all haven't even sniffed the Super Bowl. Haven't even sniffed one. Been to the AFC Championship, so hey, shout out to you. But haven't even sniffed the Super Bowl. And you've had the best player in the league for 7 years. Because I exclude the rookie year. I'll exclude that one. But you've had the best player in the league for 7 years. And you haven't even sniffed the Super Bowl. That's not good at all. But Bishotti keeps giving them contract extensions.
Ain't
And I
don't
thought
John Harbaugh
last
fuck
year,
with your daughter or
it was a
something?
mistake. You shouldn't have done that. Yeah, we know Ravens don't like the lame duck years, but that was a big mistake. You should have just let him ride it out. And then at the end of the season, hey, if you win a Super Bowl, boom, hey, Harbaugh, come knock on my door and ask for whatever you want. You could have done a Joe Flacco. Gave him a contract extension then. But no. And that actually allows Harbaugh to coach with less pressure. And just because you got a contract extension doesn't mean that there's no pressure on you. But with Harbaugh, he's continued to get contract extensions. Every couple of years, contract extension for John Harbaugh. Another couple of years, contract extension for John. But he keeps coming up short. So what are you really rewarding there?
Bad
and
behavior.
What kind of message are you not only sending to John Harbaugh, but sending to the team too? Sending to everybody. Oh yeah, we keep coming up short. We've had these good rosters, these good regular season records. We had these good teams. We keep coming up short, but that's okay. Something's got to give with these Baltimore Ravens, and it needs to be John Harbaugh moving on.
Yeah. It gets to a point where you reward bad behavior, man. Like it's out of control. Like I said, I've been trying to avoid this conversation with the Ravens for weeks now, but it's like, man, fuck that. This shit's getting out of control. Like I don't know what needs to be done. If you fire John Harbaugh, who you bring in? You know what I'm saying? Like saying fire John Harbaugh is a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people think that's the answer, but who you bring in? Who you bring in to take his place? You know what I mean? Who's out there? Legitimately. Do you have somebody internal? I don't know, man. I know it's bad. I hope it don't get worse. You feel me? Like, if it get worse, I'll probably just, start watching soccer or something. Baltimore Blast. Do the Baltimore Blast still got a team? I think I'm gonna start supporting Baltimore Blast, man. They probably need our support, to be honest. But bring the Baltimore Stallions back, maybe. Maybe that's an option. Bring the Stallions back. Y'all remember the Stallions? Yeah. Oh, for real though, yo. This shit fucked up, yo. It fucked up. Yo, but I ain't gonna be live, dog. Like I said, yo, I'm about sick of the Ravens for the moment. We can still turn it around. The division is not out of reach, but I just don't know, where to start. Like I said, it says an outside chance that Lamar play against LA. Yeah, my thing is, right, that we didn't lose nobody. We got down to the same offensive line. Down to the same, not now, defense is depleted, but before it got depleted, had down to the same defensive line. Added a few new pieces that thought was going to contribute. Ever say the Blast Power Towson? Yeah, we need to start supporting Blast, man. Straight up. But what the fuck is he doing? I don't know. Hopefully y'all, keep hope alive, y'all. It ain't over till it's over. You feel me? Shit, what the Eagles lost today? Eagles been kicking ass though, man. Charlene, we've been losing like a bitch. And we ain't just been losing, we've been losing bad. Like curb stomped. Like this shit is crazy. Like I think like I said earlier, I think we need to introduce the white flag to football. I think after halftime of this week, we should have just been like, nah. Should have been flag on the field. White flag. Like, yeah, Ravens ain't coming back out. We taking it in practice, go right to practice, If you throw the white flag in, you got to go right to practice. You know what I mean? You can't do nothing else. Throw the white flag in, game over, get on the field, time to practice. That's what the fuck they did. Y'all niggas crab stoppers, yo. Yo, but make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I don't know if we're gonna go live again later. I don't know. Depends. It's another day at QBG News. You know.